This next story is a heartwarmer. A Virginia Tech professor and his family got their life back after one Hokie wellness employee gave him her left kidney. WFXR's Kelsey Jean-Baptiste met up with the both of them to talk about paying it forward and the decision that saved a life.
It just made sense, right? I felt like I was made to do this.
This was beyond my wildest dream.
In July 2021, Associate Professor of Urban Affairs and Planning at Virginia Tech, Yang John was on vacation with his family when he started feeling weird.
And all of a sudden, I feel extreme pain in my back.
Urgent care doctors gave him painkillers, but when he came back to Blacksburg, he wanted to make sure he was okay. That's when he found out disturbing news.
And they found my kidney function declined rapidly.
Zhang's kidney was functioning at only 20% and was deteriorating quickly. He began dialysis for 8 hours every day, but it started to take a toll on his and his family's life.
That was a roller coaster for me and my family, and very emotional, very scared of not only losing my life, or my life would be forever changed. Also, I could not be there for my family and my kids.
Zhang's transplant support team at University of Virginia suggested posting to Facebook to talk about his situation in hopes of finding a donor, and his prayers were answered with the help of another Hokie.
My husband actually sent it to me a little bit later, and that night I sent him an email, I think, just saying I'm interested in getting tested, so how do I do this? Yeah.
Assistant Director of Substance Misuse Prevention for Hokie Wellness, Annie Chalmers-Williams, says she's always been interested in becoming a donor. Later in life, she told me after several miscarriages and having a son, she thought this was the right thing to do.
I think I just felt a new appreciation for life and being a parent and having a child and knowing I can't imagine not being in the world for him.
After a series of blood tests at UVA, getting to know each other, intertwining their families' lives, the transplant surgery was a success.
I also want to tell a message to all the people who need a donation and who need a transplant. It's okay to feel depressed and hopeless some days, but you have to lean on your friends and family, and then many people out there want to help you. Just make your story heard, and people will chime in to help.
I think if you are considering donation, that it's a great thing. I would say if you're nervous, you should find a living donor and talk to them and see what the experience is really like.
In Blacksburg, Kelsey Jean-Baptiste, WFXR News.
And we're told 33 people besides Annie offered up their kidney, and they both want to thank Virginia Tech, all the surgeons at UVA, and all of their friends and family who supported them along the way.
And more good news continues to come from this story. We're told that he will once again begin teaching in classrooms this fall at Virginia Tech. He's also eating normally again and getting to travel to see his daughter play soccer.